Did you ever see Tom Hardy and wish that you had his traps? I'm going to show you in this video how with one training secret you can see his traps in the mirror every single day. What's up guys, Jeff Cavalier, AthleanX.com. Today we're going to talk about one of the hottest topics now, and even though the movie's old now, Batman, Tom Hardy is still one of the most popular guys in Hollywood, and people talk about, guys in our community that like to lift weights are talking about mostly not just his whole physique, but mostly his traps. And there's a training secret that you can use when you're doing your traps that isn't all that secret, but I think guys are really missing the point. A lot of times, I think there's two mistakes that people are making. Number one, they do barbell shrugs as opposed to dumbbell shrugs, and I'll show you the reason why. If you do a barbell shrug, you're pretty much limited by the position of the bar of how far back you can go. So most of the time, guys are doing their shrugs straight up and down. And again, this might look pretty familiar if this is what you're doing, or guys will do behind the back shrugs, but again, you're limited as to how much you can actually move the bar, right? It's a little bit awkward to be gripping it behind you and pulling up, and here you're limited by your thighs as to how far you can move the bar back. The reason why that's a big deal is you have to understand what the traps do. They don't just elevate the shoulders or the scapula upward, but they also retract the scapula and pull them back. So unless you have that component in the exercises you're doing to train your traps, you're not going to have the elevation that you want or the development that you want on them. So we switch to dumbbells, and importantly, we do something very different with the dumbbells when we do the shrug. So when I grab a set of dumbbells here, I'll turn to the side first. What it allows me to do is not just pull up. Okay? When I pull up, I'm actually kind of doing this with a rounded shoulder, because that's really the tendency that guys have to develop that forward posture. But we don't want to go just up, we also want to go back, okay? Because retracting at the same time that we elevate will really contract the traps. And understand that, guys, I say it all the time, you want to contract the muscle that you're working, okay? So if I turn, you're going to be able to see the difference. Here's a normal shrug with dumbbells, or with a barbell, with my hands in front of me. I shrug up, okay? Definitely getting some activation up there, but not what we could do if we get the retraction at the same time. So here we go. From here, we retract and back. Okay, so I can squeeze the traps. Okay, so I'm squeezing back, rotating back. So as you see, it's here, it's rotating and then up. And then up. Okay, so if you look at it again, and you see the big difference. That's actual true trap activation, and that's going to lead to true trap development. Alright, so a lot of times we find ourselves in the gym just going through our workouts, but not really thinking about each movement that we're doing, or even every rep on the exercise that we're doing. And it's an important point, I think, that we need to address and correct. And with AthleanX, what I try to do is focus on those smaller things, because those smaller things done repetitively will add up to big differences in how you look and the results that you see from your training. So even though people say, Jeff, you're a physical therapist, so you're going to nitpick on those things, it's because that's what's going to lead to the best end result, and that's what I want for you. So guys, if you haven't already, head over to AthleanX.com right now, grab the training program that the top guys are using to get in the best shape of their lives. Some of our top pro athletes, they need a big strong foundation up here, but they also need strength everywhere else, power, and I show them how to do it, and then I show you how to do it also. I'll see you guys back here in 7 days. In the meantime, I'll see you over at AthleanX.com.